How's it going? Adam Drake here, and today I have a really quick video. I was recently asked, what's the best way to shut off a Nitro engine? Now, that seems like a pretty simple question that would also have a pretty simple answer, but I want to share a little bit more as to why I prefer to shut off my engines the way that I do. So there's basically two options. You can either plug the exhaust pipe using the back end of your tuning driver, especially if you have a rubber stopper end like this screwdriver has, or you can use screwdriver end to stop the flywheel or use your finger. Now, either way is fine. I just have a preferred way, which is shutting it off by hitting the flywheel. Now, you're not going to really cause any major harm or damage if you prefer to kill it by the pipe. Both work, and again, very simple. But my reason for wanting to kill the engine by the flywheel is it stops the engine. It's kind of a reminder for you to also rock the flywheel back and forth. Being that you stopped it from the flywheel, you rock the flywheel back and forth to make sure that the piston is at bottom dead center. So when everything cools and contracts, the piston is not in the upward stroke and the engine's not cooling with the piston at top dead center. Always want to have the piston at bottom dead center. So if I kill the engine by the flywheel, it's kind of a reminder to also check the flywheel and make sure that piston is at bottom dead center. The other thing is it doesn't force any extra fuel into the engine when doing it that way. It basically just stops the engine with the fuel that's in the crankcase, where when you kill the engine by plugging the pipe, it basically forces extra fuel into the carburetor, which then forces that fuel into the engine. Again, not really gonna cause any damage or hurt anything, but when you go to refire the engine the next time, you have a little bit extra fuel. That extra fuel can be a little bit more pressure or harder to fire the engine, can also potentially put a little bit more stress on the glow plug. Not a big deal. It's more of, I like killing it from the flywheel. You don't have that extra fuel, and it also is a reminder to make sure that the engine is at bottom dead center when everything cools off.